Is this serious? Is this serious? This has got to be a joke. Banner review. Okay. All right, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. Are we going to talk about this? All right, this thing. Let's shrink this down because that's exactly what we're going to do here. This, wherever it is a joke. All right? Let me get one thing straight here. I feel dirty, and not because I've been working on my backyard and I'm full of dirt, like little dirt all over me. I feel dirty just looking at this thing. This thing is filthy. How are you gonna sell us evolve material? Evolve material. We don't go out there and we go, we're gonna pull for some fairy godmothers. We're not gonna go pull for some Mickey A's and all that. No. This is just to make our medals 7-star. This is no high tier medals. This is not even attacking medal. I could spend my 60,000 jewels on both days and I can be nowhere. This is no. Oh my god. Okay. If you guys don't know what this is the blue fairy deal. Blue fairies in this game make your medals 7 stars. Medals were 6 stars. The game was perfectly fine. It was all fun until they introduced 7 stars. And 7 stars kind of just threw everyone off boat. But once we got our heads around it, we understand how 7 stars worked. And the only problem was getting 7 stars. Now, 7 stars are outside of PvP. That was the only way to get it before. And it's for 3,000 jewels. And if you're not lucky and you don't get a tier 8 before 10 draws, we'll give you one. 30,000 jewels for one tier 8. I can do this twice, by the way, for 60,000 jewels, which is basically $400 American. 1 second. I have to hook up my tablet. So I can show you what I'm talking about. Give me 1 second. All right, everything's set up. Let's jump into game to make a couple things clear here. First off, I'm broke. I got 10,000 jewels. I've got no jewels to spend on anything in this game, not even a mercy pull for 15,000. But like I was saying, it costs me 520 Canadian if I want to fully purchase these boards out. Okay, we're not going to talk about that. My last video went over that already with the VIP boards, how that was $800 and ridiculous. I called up an EB Games. I asked them how much a PS4 Pro was, including Kingdom Hearts 3, and it didn't even cost that much. So I'm not going to go into that whole detail about that. Money-wise, it's ridiculous. All right, we know that, but we're not going to drop our money for this. Let's just talk about in-game currency that we get all the time. And I talked about this before. We don't even have enough to mercy pull one of these days. And if we did, I highly recommend, even if you're a whale or you have 30,000 to 60,000 jewels laying around, do not pull from this banner. It is the worst of the worst. We are polling for, like I just said, and I went to the shop for some reason. I'm going to go there in a second, but we're polling for evolve medals. Now, my internet's down today. That's why you haven't seen any streaming or anything like that. So I'm working off my data plan on my phone hooked up to my tablet. So this is what you guys are polling for. This tab says evolve. Evolve. It doesn't say attack. This says evolve. Under evolve, whoa, look at there. Huh. We got our old pal Merlin. We got Merlin. We got the fairy godmother. We've got Disney right here. We got Disney. We've got Fantasia Makey A's over here. And look, we've got blue fairies of every level under the category of evolve. How are you selling us? How are you selling us evolve materials when everything in this game that revolves about evolve materials should be in game? It should be achieved by in-game stuff, not in a banner. Not in a banner. This is the worst of the worst of the worst. Like, I'm not even talking about the price tag. It could be 1,000 jewels a pull, 2,000 jewels a pull. Our jewels are for attacking medals. Our jewels are not for evolve medals. And if they are for evolve medals, which is a great idea, by the way, magic mirrors, you get 3 of them. I didn't have to go pull 1,500 jewels or 3,000 jewels for 15 magic mirrors. I'm pulling for a medal. I'm getting multiple medals, and I'm getting magic mirrors on top of that. If you want to do something where fairy tickets are made of jewels, then, or yeah, fairy tickets for jewels, put the fairy tickets here. Be like every pull, you get 3 tier 5 fairies. That is a beautiful idea. All right, these are evolved materials. These are boost materials. Put them over there. Don't put them in a draw. They have their own draw already, and we have to compete for this. This is not what we meant when we said, hey, we want fairy tickets out of PvP. We want fairy tickets out of PvP in high score challenges, in raiding, in Lux farming, Lux rankings, in quest, ways to achieve our evolved medals, not pay for our evolved medals. We don't want to pay for it. We want to play your game. We don't want to pay for your game. We want to play your game. And if we play your game and we like your game, we're going to pay for it. We're going to go buy VIP once in a while because we enjoy it and it brings us joy. Not log in and, hey, well, guess what? You got to spend those jewels that you spend every day farming for these fairy tickets. And if, guess what? You spent 30,000 jewels on those fairy tickets, well, now you can't pull for the attack medals that require those fairy tickets to work. So it makes no sense. All of it makes no sense. Guys, honestly, I can go on and on and on and on how this is so terrible, and I want to, and I've seen the community respond to this, and I hope they see this time, because I could sit here all day and make memes out of this, like, easily. All right, but 30,000 jewels for 1 tier A fairy ticket. And by the way, if you do go for it for some reason, just realize that it's only 10 times per day, no more than that. And I'm pretty sure if you get on the first pull, when you pull 9 more times, you won't get a second copy. It's guaranteed within 10 pulls. So when you pull for this 5 times, if you get on the 3rd try, you see it says guaranteed within 5 turns, that resets back to 5 turns. Even though you got the medal on the 3rd, 2 more pulls won't get you another copy. It resets the counter, and since you can only pull 10 times in that day, you can't get another copy of the tier 8. You might get lucky and all that, but trust me, honestly, if the draw odds don't say 100% for a tier 8 and then lower percentages for tier 7, 6, and all that, there's no point. If it doesn't say 100% tier 8, then just don't pull for it, which is not going to. So, anyways, this is just what I'm gonna do in this game. Compared to 30,000 jewels, I'm gonna pull 5 times from this. I'm gonna finish my pulls here on my main account. I'm gonna get myself a tier 7 of this. I have a tier 7 of Mrs. Incredible. I'm hoping to get Dash because that's the only one I'm missing, and I'm gonna use my blue fairy tickets on this because I can't compete in PvP. So if you have some level 4 blue fairies laying around, this is a beautiful banner. You get medals, you get magic mirrors, you get your chance at playing some of the content they have, which is the high score challenges. So pulling from that equals high score challenge, equals more rewards, equals one of the strongest medals in the game, so on and so on, for less jewels. 15,000 jewels compared to 30 to 60,000 for fairy tickets that won't do anything for you guys. Honestly, once PvP's been here long enough, and once fairy tickets are distributed over and over and over again, you're gonna have fairy tickets stacking over more than you can do with. Like I talked about in my last video, fairy tickets are gonna die out because there's only so many tier 5s, tier 6s, tier 7s that you can turn into a 7-star. Like everything from here, I only want to make Aqua next. Everything else I did was Antiform Sora, HD Shion. Nothing else. I could make this Aqua and Stitch here, but realistically, once I get other tier 7 and 8 fairy tickets, none of my tier 6s are going to matter. None of my tier 5s are going to matter. 4s, 3, 2s, whatever. None of them are going to matter because eventually, once you get tier 8 fairy tickets, that's all that matters. It's going to go back to when it was all 6 stars. I talked about this before. 6 stars and 7 stars, there's no difference. It's just another evolved. To get more strength, you still need the medals. The tickets, the fairy tickets, the fairies themselves only make these medals stronger. They don't give you a new medal. They just make the medals that you already paid for. I spent, let's have an example here. I spent 15,000 jewels for this medal here. I spent 15,000 jewels for this medal. I spent 15,000 jewels for this medal. I spent my jewels, my time for these medals, and now they're useless until I go spend 30 to 60,000 jewels for your fairy tickets. How is that fair? How is that balanced? How is that even implemented in the game like that? How? I already paid for these medals. I already spent 15,000 jewels or more depending if it was a mercy or non-mercy or luck for these medals. Why am I paying even double to triple the price to make, not even triple, more than triple if you go by their rules of 30,000 for one tier 8. So every 30,000 one tier 8, we're looking at 30, 60, 90, 150,000 jewels just to make him a 7 stars. Yeah. No. I'm done. Honestly, I honestly don't know how we can express ourselves anymore from this point on for how many things we already said. But like I just said, I'm just going to pretend that board's not there. That banner, whatever it is, honestly, it's bad. I'm going to pretend it's not there. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to acknowledge it. This is going to be the last time I'm going to talk about it, most likely as a designated video just for it. It might be brought up in my streams or other ones because I know a lot of you guys want to talk about it, but that's pretty much it, guys. It does not exist. It is, you know what? You want to pull from, you want to do it for it, go ahead. Do what you guys want. Honestly, I'm going to pretend it's not there. It is not there. It is not a real banner. It doesn't have real medals. I am not spending my jewels on fairy tickets. Let me go back and look at this for a second. So when we pull for gems, like, you know, the gem deal that says get 3 power gems, 3 magic gems, 3 speed gems, it comes with attack medals. Let me look at this banner. Oh, that's all fairy tickets. And there's and there's tier 3 fairy tickets in there too. Yeah. All right, guys. Fill up the comment section. Show them how you feel. Be civil about it, because anything that starts off with FFF or blah blah, it doesn't get read. Be civil, be smart about it, word your stuff properly, and let's get our message through, guys. This is Evolve tickets. Someone remind them that we spent our jewels already for our attack medals. This should be in quest, this should be in events, so on and so on. This shouldn't take our jewels just to make something that we already had strong, but was taken away from us when 7 stars came out. Let's talk about it in the comment section. If you guys did enjoy my little banner review, don't forget to hit that like button. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one, because this is something you guys want to smile and laugh at. Just pretend it's not there. Pretend.